Welcome back, everyone, to my Trailblazer League kind of synopsis thing. We're a few days away from the Trailblazer League ending, and I just kind of wanted a way for me to go through and, I guess, decompress what I kind of achieved during this. Um, I've been playing RuneScape on and off since, the early 2000s, and I gotta say, Trailblazer League was some of the most fun I think I've ever had in this game. It really brought back kind of that childhood nostalgia and wonderment, but it was weird because, you know, it was basically everything that I know exists and kind of knew how to do, but haven't really done any of it really in old school. Like the God Wars dungeon, I did way back when, but I didn't really grind it or I didn't really get any drops. It was just like, friends would show up and we would go try to get a kill of Bandos or something like that, or we'd go and kill the King Black Dragon. But I never really did bossing, and I did a little bit in RuneScape 3, but I didn't really grind a lot of that either. And maybe one day I'll get my Iron Man going on RuneScape 3 again, but I gotta say this league was a lot of fun. So I'm just gonna kind of tell the story of what I did, how I achieved what I wanted, and where I ended up and where I hope I end up in the next like 2 days. So when it started, I had the plan of actually I had a very bad plan. I was gonna go with ranged, and I don't really like ranged, so that's why it was gonna be kind of weird. I was gonna go with the ranged relic. I guess I'll bring up my relics and I can go through it. Otherwise, I'm going to try to go by memory. So I knew I was going endless harvest regardless. I'm a very chill kind of skiller type player, so going for endless harvest was the easiest decision. I know skilling prodigy is like the best one that everyone kind of used, but at the same time for me, I knew that I was probably going to play most, if not all of the league. So having the 12 bonus levels would only help in the short term and not really in the long term. Um, so being able to basically AFK on my couch, like watching movies with my wife or whatever, or well, I mean the pandemic's going on, so I didn't really hang out with any friends, but being able to just kind of chill and sit back or even just watch YouTube on my computer and not really have to keep looking back. It's really what allowed me to get some of the stats that I got, like 99 woodcutting and 99 fishing and 99 cooking. In fact, I got 25 million XP cooking because I had enough caramblons from just standing in one spot skilling. Um, so for the second one, I was actually going to take the jeweler. I streamed the first day, and then I was kind of reading what other people were saying, and they said last recall was just completely broken, and I didn't really have a good idea of what it would be. But man, am I happy I took last recall. It honestly just it's what allowed me to do basically everything on this account. From the God Wars dungeon grind, being able to teleport instantly right back to the door instead of having to teleport to Trollheim and run down. It was just real stupid. And then seeing the potential of fluid strikes, um, it was I mean fluid strikes, the 15% damage reduction from everything, 25% increased melee accuracy, and then knowing that the regions that I took, um, I was going for the god swords, so I took. Like most people, I took Kandarin first because I knew it would be a bunch of points. And honestly, Kandarin ends up being one of my like least point producing like areas. If I look back, I was using the wiki to kind of track everything. Kandarin ends up being one of kind of the worst areas for me, but it was very important for those easy points in the beginning, so it ended up kind of working out. Then I took Asgarnia, and then I took Fremnik. And I know there was a lot of debate between taking Fremnik and Mauritania, but I kind of knew that I really wanted Fremnik because there's so much more solo content, and the lunar spells were going to be very important to me. So I'm going to go back to the relics. Fluid Strikes, ended up taking it. So my whole start was kind of different than what I expected. Unnatural Selection was easy. Treasure Seeker ended up not being that good, and I didn't get really any clues done, and I still ended up in a pretty decent spot, as you can see by my points right here. Botanist was kind of a no-brainer. I was going to go Equilibrium. I knew I wouldn't go Infernal Gathering because I didn't... The tools are really good, but after everything kind of started coming together, I realized I probably wasn't going to get some of the higher skills like the fire making and the smithing. And although I would have gotten that by taking this, the botanist helped me do so much more content. You can see up here with my stats just maxed out. Constantly maxed out stats is what allowed me to get Bandos done and stuff. And then, excuse me, I was gonna take Draining Strikes, and I know that's what most people took, but after watching Settled's videos with the Weapon Specialist, and knowing I was gonna go for the God Swords, it really turned into in the long run, Draining Strikes probably would have been a little bit better, but doing something that you can't do like in the base game ever is something that I thought would be really cool for this. So being able to equip a Bandos God Sword and then just spec 5 times and then kill whatever you're fighting was just ridiculous. And I did the whole transition, but we'll get back to the God Swords. Um, or I guess, you know what? I'll talk about it right now. I don't really think, if I go into my tasks, actually, I guess I'll talk about this today. I'm going to get these tasks today. I really wanted to make this video before I did this because I'm going to drop like all my runes and all my gold on runes to just buy all this and get like an extra, 600 points. And then I'm going to sacrifice my fire cape. So I've been waiting until the end of it, so I didn't really need it. So that's going to give me like 850 more points, and that's going to kick me over the 40,000 mark, which I think the way that things are tracking should be enough to get me the rune trophy, which when I started this, there was no chance of me ever getting that. I did not believe that I had the potential to end top 5%. And then actually late November, so what, about a month in, I was chilling at like 20,000-ish points. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm well within Addy. I think I'm done. And I looked at Rune, and at that time, I think Rune was still only at like 27 or 28. And I started looking at my tasks that I had left, and I'm like, man, you know what? I've got a legitimate chance at this. And I just pushed through for 2 to 3 weeks of just getting everything done that I could. And I ended up with like 36,000. And then kind of chipped away up to the 39, and right now I think Rune is sitting at 35,000 with like 2 days left. So I highly doubt that 4 to 5,000 people are going to sign on and get 4,000 points on like the last day. And if they do, then that's the fates. Then I was never meant to get Rune, and it's really not that big of a deal. But um, God Wars was fun. I went in with Rune armor because I only had Kandarin and Asgarnia, and I started with Bandos, as with most people. 70 prayer. I think I was still working on strength, but I had I think I got 99 strength and then botanist, and then ended up with my whip, and I just ground through Brandos, and I got so lucky on so many of these drops. And in fact, now that we're done looking at this really cool sky, the Myths Guild, there's my fire cape. I got my cool Nature's Not face guard, the Bandos armor, the Pegasian boots. I just kind of took everything out and took a few screenshots too of all my equipment. Um, I'm wearing a Zenite ring, a Ring of Suffering Eye, actually. Got my Fury amulet, a lot of really good gear. I know not the best of what some people have had, but why was I coming to the bank? I already forgot. I'm sitting here I've got all these thoughts racing. So I guess I'll just take you through the bank really quick. You can see where I kind of have everything. Like I said, I wanted to take the video, or record the video before I got rid of everything, because obviously all these runes are probably gone. I'm probably going to end up dropping my cash stack for more runes in order to afford all the obsidian stuff. Um, you know, just a bunch of I got real close to finishing a demonic gorilla, the heavy crossbow. That would have been another 250 points, but the tail is a 1 in 150 drop, and I just cannot be bothered to go and get it. I got one Zenite in like 104, 105 kills maybe. Oh, I was coming to get the collection log. So while I still have that thought really quick, um, I wasn't dry, but it just felt like the way that everything else was going for me, the fact that it took, quote, over drop rate, I was just really disappointed. And demonic gorillas are easy, but very hard because as I said before, I'm kind of like a chill skiller kind of guy. So sitting there paying attention and switching prayers and switching attack styles, and it was just kind of not how I like to play. So I just kind of did what I needed to do to get the Zenite to go back to Armadillo, which I kind of never did. Um, you can see I got most of the achievement diaries done for what I was using, all of them except Kandarin, because honestly, I've never done Barbarian Assault, and I wasn't going to learn. which is kind of why another reason I didn't take Mauritania, because I've never done Theater of Blood, and I'm never going to learn. So, got my Prospector just to get myself the fairly hard and elite. It was a very long grind, but it allowed me to get 99 mining as well, so it ended up being kind of like a 600 point swing because you get 100 for the full Prospector, 250 for, or actually 700. 100 for the Prospector, 100 for the hard diary Fally, 250 for the elite Fally diary, and 250 for the 99 mining that I got along the way. I got a few dragon medium helms. Actually, my first kill of black dragons, I got a dragon medium helm, which was just hilarious. I got the shield left half. I didn't buy the other right because I don't think it's a task, so I didn't bother. I know it's a task if you make the kite shield and a plate body, but the lump from rune dragons is like a 1 in 1300 drop rate, and I haven't really played for the last week, and like I said, that's why I've kind of been waiting for the end to make sure before I get rid of my gear and get rid of my inventory and stuff for the runes for the obby weapons that I'm not going to need this stuff just in case I had to come in and start grinding out a few more of the tasks that I have. Like I've got some post-it notes on my desktop of like all the tasks that I could work on that could be points for me, but got my occult necklaces, got my smoke battle staff, got my dragon chain body from Thermi. That was real easy for me. I basically stayed up late one night. I didn't have to work the next day, so I stayed up till around midnight, so there was no one killing Thermi, so I could just go in and farm it, and then I finished it off or I started before work, so I usually get up at like 4 in the morning for work. So I've got like 20 to 30 minutes to play, and no one's really up at 5. I mean, honestly, and no one's really even playing right now. If I go to the World Switcher, 22 people, 26 people. That's why I'm not really worried about losing my spot. Um, yeah, I got enough for 2 God Swords. You can see the hilts I got. Ridiculous. In 45 Zami kills. 45. And I'll bring up the collection log right now. Just ridiculous. Krill. 45. I got 2 hilts. Ignore these. I don't think I got any of those. I think I got the spear on like 10 or so. I'd have to check my screenshots. Then I got the Staff of the Dead on 44, which is the main thing I wanted to go and kill Zilliana. And then I'm like, well, I'd only use supplies for like 1 kill. I'm like, I can squeeze 2 more kills out and see if I get the Steam Battle Staff. Got that literally next drop. So it's like the only thing I'm missing is the pet. And it's like, well, I'm done. So then I went to Zilliana, and I got everything here as well. I got a Sarah sword. I actually think I got a Sarah sword from a minion. If I come down, how far did I? You can see 134 Thermes. Cerberus, I got Pegasian on 55. Grador, I came back. I finished everything in like 145 kills, but I came back to try to get some more. In 130 or 145, I got 3 hilts, 2 tassets, I think 2 boots. Yeah, 2 boots and the chest plate, plus a few of the shards. Just ridiculous luck. I think, yeah, I even got 2 shards from minions, which I don't think had increased. Oh, and 2 more. I got 4 shards from minions, and I don't think that has increased drop rate, so that's just stupid. I was showing my buddy how to do Zilliana, and in one trip, I got the hilt and the crossbow. Like, I got the hilt first, and I'm like, sweet, all I gotta do is grind this crossbow out now, and like 4 kills later, I got the crossbow. It was just amazing luck. Yep, I got a sword from a minion. Um, just here's Krill, 45 kills, everything in 45 kills, and only 128 to get the Basilisk Jaw. I think it's still even like a 1 in 300 drop rate, so I got incredibly lucky there. I killed Dagonoths for some points, but you can kind of see I got real lucky for the most part on this entire experience. I'll bring up Bandos really quick. What's his name? I can't even remember what his name is. General Grador. There we go. I killed the mole. I didn't really get anything. Yeah, look at that. These are 1 in 134. It's amazing. Kraken, 2 tridents, 2 tentacles, and I got the jar of dirt, which the jar of dirt is amazing because I was able to put it in my house, which I guess I'm going to put everything in my bank now. You can see how sweet I look. Look at how swag-tastic that is. All right. Let's go to my house and check that out, because I think I'm probably going to be wrapping up the video soon. I just kind of wanted a tangible thing. I didn't want it to be too long either. Got 90s, construction. Get my cool jar in there. That was points. You can just see I kind of built like random stuff for points. I built the Nexus to teleport to Weiss because it's points. The altar I used for 99 prayer, but the menagerie I kind of just built to put something in. I don't even think I've got a beaver, but I've got my teleport portal that I didn't even use. Um, so yeah, the relics, like I said, I took weapon specialist for that. Um, I killed some Vorkath, but again, I'm not very good at this game. So I was very proud that I was able to get enough Vorkath kills to get enough superior dragon bones to get the 99 herb lore. I didn't really buy any capes except for the crafting one because I knew they were all going to go away and the 100k cash would probably be more useful. So crafting obviously because you can teleport right to the guild, but yeah, I had a great time with this, and this video is kind of meant to memorialize the progress I made and, you know, my journey to Rune, so I should say. Just a lot of fun weeks grinding out stuff and then kind of slumping, and then the resurgence to push for Rune, and then I got such a far lead that I just have not been feel like playing for the last like week. I'm gonna look at my notes really quick. Dagannoth Kings, I ground them out, thinking that the 300 kills was going to be 300 total kills. No, it's 300 kills each, which seems so unrealistic. Like, who is going to kill 900 Dagannoth Kings for one achievement? And then the top achievement is 1,000 each. The drop rate for this stuff is 1 in like 140, which I still never got the Mud Battle Staff, mind you. I killed like 120 Seer um, Prime, and I still never got it. It took me the ring took forever to get. I got 5 archers rings. That's what I like. I laughed a lot of the drops that I was getting. Like I got 2 tacits, and I was super upset because I'm like, I want the chest plate so I can move on. But of course, in leagues, it's like, you know, everything's so quick of a drop rate that 5 archers rings, and I even did the look at they're 4 mil each. I had 5 of them because I had one in my inventory, so 20 mil. These would have been all the most valuable drops in the main game. Um, didn't do the sire. I got 1 kill, and I could have done the teleport in and out, but I just didn't feel like it. Demonic Gorillas, like I said, I got like 100 some kills. I could have kept going for like 200 more for another task, but I just didn't feel like it. Kriara, I got like 6 kills. I put the log away. I got the helmet on like kill 3. Here, actually, I'll scroll down and see. I think I went back for, yeah, I got 6. I went back for 1 kill, and I'm like, dude, I cannot be bothered with this. I know there's a lot of points in the task because I would have gotten the 500 kills for God Wars Dungeon, which is 250 points, the full Armadillo, which is like another 250, the Armadillo Great, or I'm sorry, that's 500. Then the Armadillo Great Sword, which would have given me the suite of great or God Swords, would have given me the suite of God Swords for another 500. That's 1,250 points, but I just cannot be bothered to kill a Kriara. It's like I was using almost all of my food in like one trip because I don't really have any good range armor until I get the drops from him. And it was just each kill took like 6 or 7 minutes, and it was something that I didn't want to do. I had to still kind of pay attention to eat because you get like specked out real easy. And you can see my 1 sire kill. I don't know. I had a lot of fun, but toward the end, these long grinds, that's the reason I'm not getting Rune. But I'm for sure, knock on wood, probably going to get Rune, which will make me more than happy. I don't know what other rewards I'll buy, but that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching my little quick progress video. Thanks for me for recording it, so hopefully YouTube doesn't delete it in like 10 years, and then I can go back and reminisce because, oh, that's cool. I'm going to dismiss this, though. Um, you know, I've been playing for well over 15 now. It'd be cool to see how far I got, and if the game's even around in 10 years. It looks like it's doing pretty well, but we'll see. Can you not block my view? All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.